Welcome back to the channel. Shout out to the Untouchable Empire. They had a conversation with Tareney. She's made her second appearance in a row. The issue with women like Tareney is that they believe that all of their arguments are based in emotion, bitterness, resentfulness, and they're used to all these talking points and metaphors based in people pandering to that emotional hindrance of theirs, right? She came across a woman who didn't have any tolerance for any of that. A woman who's strongly in support of men, and of course that pissed Tareney off. And then they got into the whole pick-me discussion. Of course they started to shame the woman for being in support of men. The conversation was, who's more consistent, men or women? And of course, Tareney from a lot of delusional places chose women, and we're going to break down why she made a lot of mistakes. And we're going to talk about how Tareney is connected to how so many other women embody these conversations and the way that they have them. And I don't think that they have these conversations in a mature way. And I think that there could have been a lot more progress in the 6 years that this conversation has gotten popular if women were actually actively listening in these conversations instead of coming to these conversations triggered and bitter. Hit the subscribe button, also hit the notification bell. Let's not waste 1 minute.
Every month, men have a 24-hour hormonal cycle. This is why it's easier for men to be consistent.
Gabby, Athena, are you telling yourself you know you're a woman, right? So are you saying that's what you're not?
Flag on the play. Cap.
Already, right out of the gate, we got problems. You see, this is what's destroyed the quote-unquote sisterhood, if it's even a real place. It doesn't matter if logic is present as long as we're all supporting one another. It's all in the spirit of, we're women, we get it, so let's not really critique each other hard. My question is how are you women supposed to grow under this kind of logic? How are you supposed to get somewhere in life? Let's get back to it.
Science or a doctor.
I have a degree in biotechnology, actually,
sure.
but
so you work.
I do.
Okay.
Are you like, enough?
You tried to discredit her by saying like she doesn't have a degree in what she's talking about. Then she said that she does have a degree, and then you tried to downplay it. This is the sign of somebody who, no matter where you go in the conversation, no matter how you beat them logically, they're going to find some way to try to, you know, get around the logic and just try to hold their position, even if it's in a juvenile manner, even if they don't even make any damn sense.
I don't tell them without this my lifestyle. I don't tell them but truly, I don't even know if you go without the beginning.
Is created to be just this unrighteous, unholy entity. You're talking about
what does that have to do with a hormonal cycle? Women have 4 hormonal cycles a month. Men have a 24-hour hormonal cycle. This is why men are more consistent. You can look in every industry. Doesn't matter. Men are more consistent. You can look up the information. You can argue all you want. But it doesn't change the facts. It doesn't change the biology and the stats.
Consistent with what?
Consistent with everything. Women are not consistent.
Men are consistent with everything, which is why their divorce rate is the highest.
What?
Is that what we're saying?
What?
More men get
divorce rate.
Lord, please pray for the soul of this bitch and guide my pimp hand and make it strong, Lord.
That's not even true. Women initiate divorce at a far higher rate than men. Not sure what she's talking about.
Man, it's dang old complicated, you know, man. It's like a dang old Rubik's Cube, man. You like talking about blue, red, man, then you get to one side and then you like messed up the other side.
Are you guys not? More men get divorced than women. So again, how are they more
Wait,
Who initiated divorce more?
Let her cook first. Let her cook.
No.
Daddy, let her cook. Daddy, let her cook. Let her cook. Daddy, let her cook first. Let her cook. Go ahead,
Yeah,
cook.
let's
Tareney.
cook. Go ahead.
Just tell him the truth.
What you
Tell him
making
how
today?
much more men are divorced than women. Go ahead.
No, Tareney, you cook, because I want to hear this.
Hold on.
I know how to cook,
Hold on.
too,
Let
just
her
let
cook.
you know.
She say, let her give us your data. Where you getting that data from?
No, where am I getting that data? Where am I getting my life experience? Really? I mean, again, we're talking about men. XY chromosomes are just so consistent and dun dun dun. Yet on paper, it shows opposite. It shows
So
opposite.
men have the highest divorce rate.
Ilkan, why are you asking that question?
I'm asking you. Said that men got the
You
highest
already
divorce
know,
rate.
but you're asking that as if it's not a fact.
That's a fact.
Okay, so what y'all are divorcing women more? Is that what you're saying? But every time y'all come up here, you're saying how we can't stay married to you. So come on, let's talk
How
some
long
facts.
you been in the
Because
space?
the women can't be consistent.
All right, then. I don't know if I'm still living in Texas of United States of America, if a portal came through this hole or something, but men are inconsistent. You guys have the most crimes, okay? Women tend to stay consistent until something disrupts their mental, and then it puts us in a whole nother state, and now it's a whole nother therapy and all that other stuff that we got to go through. But you guys are very inconsistent, so but whatever.
Men don't go through that.
You guys go, yeah, you do. You go through it a lot. Because you're more inconsistent than a woman.
Fatty, you gonna get her?
In what world is something that's always going to be more emotional than it'll ever be logical will be more consistent than the thing that's more logical than it'll ever be emotional? And of course, if you're wondering, men would be the latter, women are the first example.
Like, I'm literally confused. Like, what is your point?
Same.
Like,
I'm arguing with Athena's theory.
okay, no, one second.
It's not a theory.
So let me ask you something, right? I'm going to identify certain phases where women change, and you are going to identify certain phases where men change, right? Let's go with puberty, pregnancy, postpartum, menopause, period, age. Like there's so many either chemical or things that change a woman. Literally says, I'm going through this because I have this. I'm going through this because I have that. Do that for men. And again, remember, period is every month. Pregnancy is every time you have a kid. Postpartum, a lot of times. Like, look at all these like compiling things. Tell me phases where men are inconsistent and they're clearly not clarity. I'm not the same man that I was before I had my balls full. We got that. You got one. Give me more. Go ahead, Tareney.
I don't know, Fatty. I don't know. I couldn't make this argument with you.
What the fuck you doing?
I just know the man that I've dated. I can't talk on all men, but the man that I've dated,
Of course, he asked Tareney to bring forth an argument, and she's like, "I don't even got an argument. I don't even know. I just disagree." I think that that's how a lot of women feel when they come to these conversations. They don't even really know where they disagree with men. They just know they want men to shut up. I'm here to say that that'll never be intellectual. That'll never be productive. All you women who are talking about, well, what about the solutions? What about the solutions? That's not going to lead to a solution.
Determine the masses, like what's happening. I just looked up to see who's able to keep a career longer, men or women, and it's men.
Because they run the market. Hold on, Fatty.
No.
Market. What do you mean? No. Why are you telling me no?
Tyranny. It's not just careers.
That is bullshit.
It's careers. It's friends. It's the same team.
No.
It's the same religion. Y'all woman will change. Hey, you know what's funny, Tyranny? Think about it. Y'all change friends every 5 to 10 years. Y'all change club every time you change a boyfriend. Y'all change religion.
Churches.
If a guy from the Middle East that has $1 million come in and wants to marry you, y'all change the way y'all dress. From
Shout out Brittany Renner.
Like y'all change y'all change your hair. Y'all put hair over hair, lashes over lashes. Like y'all change your height. Y'all get some push-up bras. Y'all will change.
That's not.
Don't forget the hair, Fatty. Don't forget the hair.
Don't forget the hair.
Y'all.
You knew she was bald head. You knew she had no damn hair.
Y'all change when y'all get pregnant. Y'all change when you get kids. Y'all change when you get married. Like everything about woman is.
And everything about a man changes because if you don't change, because if you don't change, you're still a boy. You're still growing, baby boo. How you going to be the same person today at 28 that you were at 14? So a woman might constantly be changing. She's constantly growing. She's constantly learning. But if you're telling me a man isn't constantly changing, isn't constantly growing, then
so you get the point. Men don't change like that.
No, that's not what she said.
No, that's what
now you guys are trying to throw in periods and stuff. That's not what we're talking about.
Period.
That's a part of the hormonal cycle every month. Are you serious?
All right, let's keep it pushing. Let's
what are we talking about?
Hey, Tareney, if you said this is what you said. Men are inconsistent, and now you are flipping it and saying,
"Are they not?"
If you are a man at 20, hey, Tareney, if I change anything, all the baselines that I had with me at 28, I have at 36. I might be I'm really.
You cannot be a 28-year-old 36 man.
So this has
That's
to
no
this
way.
has to be disingenuous. So again, you got to go away from tyranny. So one, tyranny. First of all, women divorce have a higher divorce rate than men, right? Because we've already skipped past that, right? Black women have the highest divorce rate, and it's higher than their marriage rate, tyranny.
Are you saying we divorce?
Let him cook. See how quick facts can dismantle bullshit? I knew that you were wrong as soon as you said that too, because some people actually care about the valid aspects of this conversation. We don't just come to them emotional, like I feel it should be this, or I want it to be this, or why isn't the dating market this? No, some of us are ready to accept the dating market for what it is and for what it's always been. It's always people like Tareney coming in and destroy the fun because everything is everything, you know? Let's get back into it.
Y'all or y'all divorce
Y'all
us?
divorce us. So
That's
you've been
what I said.
What you said? No. You said men have the highest divorce rate.
Well, but I'm saying like we divorce y'all.
The arrogance to see 8 out of 10 women, because women divorce at an 80% rate, and assume that 8 out of 10 men, they all were in the wrong. I think just by the laws of numbers or whatever, that some of those men had to have been confused to why their family was broken up in the first place. Some of those men had to have been in more of a higher moral position than the woman in the divorce, at least a few of them, right? Or I bet in your mind, Tareney, all 8 men were worthy of that. Those women just had to leave those situations, because when a black woman is fed up, a black woman is fed up. I'm here to tell you guys, this is why women in our culture say, if he doesn't love his mother, then he can't be in a healthy relationship with you. It's so that they all get a immunity of perfection when it comes to all of their motherhoods, so that no matter what decision that they make, they'll always be viewed as something flawless, which is actually narcissistic, it's toxic, and nobody is flawless. Nobody's walking around in society a perfect group of people, but that's how black women want to be seen, even though, you know, the opposite is obvious.
And that's why we were so confused.
That's okay. That's fine. We'll leave that alone. We'll leave that alone. But sisters, I'm gonna ask the sister before Tareney, because she'll do the same thing Gabby does. They don't like conceding to logic. Athena and Brandy, do women get with men and go, I want him to be the same and he's gonna stay the same? Or do women get with men and try to change him?
They try to change them.
Do most men change?
That's gonna stay. No, they don't change very much. No.
You know what, Ellie, you know what's funny? Hey, Ellie, you know what's funny? They change for their woman. That's the only time that a man will stay in the same house with the same couch, with the same motorcycle, with the same friends. Right. The only thing that makes a man change drastically is for a woman.
Exactly.
And I just want to say something. Oh, sorry.
Let me just say this real quick and then you got it. Y'all change for everything. You know why I know I change for everything? Y'all can't even be happy with 2 pairs of shoes. You always have to change their shoes. One dildo and one rose is not enough. Every year you go ahead and you buy a new toy and some new things because that's not enough. I will guarantee you, Tareney, that if men and women are buying robots at the same rate and they can afford it, a man will have a robot for 30 years and he's called that robot the best friend and he's going to leave him a wheel and all that like men do. And you will change a robot every 3 years because the one that you have pink is annoying and he's always doing something. So you need to experience something new and you're going to get a new one. This is the nature of men and women. I don't need to change the disposition of my couch and my house and my TV every 3 years. You need to do that every 6 months because you're bored and you actually need to go ahead and control something. So I don't get how, for the life of me, you are saying that men change and they are not consistent, when the only change that I see men actually do it dramatically is via true religion. And when I say religion, like something crazy happened to them and they go full religious, or they meet a woman that they love.
And families shop for real estate and they're looking for a home to buy. The real estate agent more appeals to the woman. Why? Because even though she knows that the man is the wallet, the real estate agent has studied the industry enough to know that men are making the decision to make sure that the woman is happy. He hardly doesn't even care what the house looks like a lot of the time. He's thinking about how much it's going to cost him, taxes, land. He's thinking about the big picture. She's thinking about a Suzy Q in the kitchen. That's her buying point. That's about as deep as her buying point gets. She's like, is there a Suzy Q in the kitchen or whatever? Let's get back into it.
They don't want to play PlayStation no more with Fatty. They don't want to play basketball no more with Jeremy. They don't want to go to the places that they were to because mom baby, right? So I don't get what you're saying. I'm really confused. But I'll let you reply. Tina can go next, and then we bring Torres and Miss Gabby to the stage. Go ahead. You had the question, Tina.
Yeah, Tina.
Well, it's more so something that I wanted to say. I think the fact that women are the ones filing for divorce proves that we're the inconsistent ones. And if you look at the divorce rates within lesbian couples, it's higher than within gay male relationships. So, I mean, I know you were trying to use that as evidence, but you really just proved yourself wrong.
Gay men have the lowest. Gay men have the lowest.
They do, yes.
So who's the common denominator?
Ladies, thank you. So are you saying that you don't want to date men? Know what you're saying? You don't want to be with a man? Are you saying it's better for a man to not be with you? Is that what you're saying?
What?
Because to the things that you say, right? Because this is how my brain works. It has to come to a conclusion. I can't talk in circles. So with what you're saying about women and they're this and they're that and they're this and they're that, then are you saying that it's best for a man to not be with you because you have all those negative aspects about you?
So I don't know why you're trying to make it about me. I'm looking at data and how things are in modern society. Has nothing to do with me.
I'll tell you why, my lady. It's because she doesn't have a real argument. She needs to find personal things to get focused on about your life so that we're talking about you and we're talking about who you're dating and who you're sleeping with. And we're not talking about how wrong she is about everything.
No, so you're trying to make it about me because you want me to co-sign with the sisterhood, and I'm not going to.
You're not a part of our sisterhood.
I thank God. I would never want to be, and I never have, and I never will be.
Tareney, that's not a flex. To be a part of the group of women who get married the least, have the worst outcomes in the dating market. Being a part of the sisterhood is not a flex. You guys are holding each other back. The sisterhood is you guys acting like you all are perfect, even though the truth is obviously existing somewhere else from that. And you're just a bunch of hyenas yelling off a bunch of delusional shit. It's not like there's anything happening in there that's prosperous. Get back into it.
I would never sleep with a man in a relationship.
Your sisterhood, you will take up for your women. So it's going to be a different conversation, different view for you, Athena. But the reason I asked you that question,
no, I'm actually pretty consistent.
Okay. I'm asking that question because with all the negative things you're saying about women in total, then if you're saying all these things about women in total and you're a woman, then what is your conclusion statement?
That most women behave in this manner.
Are you one of those most women?
No, I'm pretty consistent. Not completely consistent. I am a woman, but I am more consistent than most modern women.
You don't have periods?
Oh, I do have periods. Emotionally, no, I'm not consistent. I have 4 hormonal cycles, and I even tell people when I host my own lives, I'm like, hey, y'all, this may not be a good day. So don't try me.
Hey, Athena changes so much that when you're
it's not trying. I'm just curious. What makes you more consistent than most modern women?
Uh-oh.
One
second. Say it again, Gabby.
She said that women are less consistent than men. Then she says to, honor herself that she's more consistent than most women. And I want to know what makes her more consistent than most women. What's your metrics? What are you measuring?
I haven't changed my political stances. I haven't changed my religion. A lot of these things that I talk on, I've talked about since I was in high school when I was in debate. So I haven't changed any of
your
my
political status and your religion
stances. Not status, stances. Yeah.
But that
Yeah, I've been pretty consistent for a woman.
Yeah. So you think other women, you think
the majority
other women,
they're not.
And there's proof. Just look at the elections. Look how inconsistent women have been in the political elections. It isn't by coincidence that they're wheeling out people like Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion and all these different sort of obnoxious talking points to sway you politically. It's because they know that your logic is flimsy. And of course, that should be reflective of consistency or lack thereof. Let's get back into it.
Conversations that we're having, you're inconsistent.
Where's the inconsistency?
He doesn't understand women. He does go ahead. Yeah.
Athena, may I ask what city are you from?
I'm from the DFW area in Texas.
Okay, perfect. Well, guess what? I'm from Sacramento, California, and me and you are identically the same. And I'm sorry, most women are delusional.
Yeah.
And I understand that. So
But do y'all know y'all talking about y'allself? That's all we want to know.
Women like Tareney are like, how can you say this and you're a woman? How can you be honest about the condition of women and you're a woman? And I say honest because to be honest is to be insulting nowadays. You can't even be a woman and be honest about a woman. Do you know what that means? What that means about society? If as a woman, you can't even look at another woman and say, we're delusional sometimes, aren't we? Tareney, you think that these women don't know that they're talking about them in general, like with men collectively? Like there are guys who don't discriminate against like BBWs. Some of us got BBW love, right? But it doesn't well speak for all of men. So what's the use of walking through the dating market talking about how much you love big girls and how they're the best thing walking when the majority of men are looking for a fit woman? So even if you're a guy who the only way you want him is a little thick, right? Would it be productive to spread a message about something that rarely happens or spread a message to help people with something that happens more frequently? I'll let y'all be the judge of that. Let's get back into it.
You want to know how we
about the
know?
majority.
You want to know how we know? We actually take. We actually take direction.
Hey, ladies, first show one at a time, please.
Go ahead.
So you want to know how women who actually take accountability know and how we know we're consistent? We actually take direction and correction from men and we listen to men. And when men correct us, we're like, okay, you know what? You're right. Let me adjust and fix myself. That's why we're more consistent because the men are making us more consistent because we're compliant with them.
Is he going to marry you? Hold on, Brandy. Hold on.
Actually, listen.
Hold on, right quick. Let me finish my question, please. I swear to God,
going to marry me.
I love conversation. I swear. Is he going to marry you once you do all that to this man?
What does that
I'm
have to
talking
do with the
about my father, my uncle, my brothers, my friends.
Please let.
So you don't listen to women at all.
Converse, excuse me.
Okay.
No, God, no,
You
I
don't
don't listen to
value your-
women.
Oh, okay, yeah, that says a lot. All right.
You don't listen to women, so did you
No,
go
I
to
listen to what they say, but I interpret it based on what I know about women. I even have friends. I'll listen to what they're saying and I'm like, okay, so this is what's actually happening. And I help them because there's a lot of women who are really confused and they don't even know their own emotions. And when you actually sit and listen to these men, you start to understand actually a little more about yourself. And you're actually able to even hold yourself accountable because you start seeing the patterns and you're capable of being consistent.
Right. So when you say stuff like that, I apologize, but that sounds like maybe like mom issues, like your mom wasn't consistent.
My mama did. Now I got the country. That's the rule.
Notice that none of the black women have presented a logical argument thus far. Every argument has been based in them attacking this woman personally. They have not been able to formulate an argument that's on topic yet. It's all like, well, are you married? You must have problems with your mama. This is how I know you guys don't have anything to bring to the conversation. I'll tell you one thing. She's more consistent in this conversation. That's one she's got over you. She's consistently brought forth intellectual arguments where you other women on the panel haven't brought forth any. So.
She gave you a negative example. But when you pick me's come up here and sit here and say, oh my God, everything a man says I must do. You guys don't understand. You're talking about yourself.
I was waiting to get called to pick me. I was waiting to get called to pick me. But you know what? My mom is still married to my father. They got married.
Yeah.
Don't have nothing to do with
So
you.
she's
One second,
consistent enough in that.
1 second, please. And La Bonita, you can go afterwards. But Tareney, you ask a question. Let her answer the question. Go ahead. Or, not the question. You made the statement about her mother.
Accusation.
Let her reply.
I'm making an accusation.
You made an accusation about my
I didn't
mother.
say
You
your
said
mom
she
wasn't
wasn't
married.
consistent, that she must not have been consistent, and that's why. But actually, my mother was raised Catholic. She did convert to Orthodoxy, which is very similar. She stayed in the same industry in IT. She's been married to my father. She was never divorced or anything like that. My parents actually were virgins and married each other. Like, my parents are extremely consistent. The same views.
So you and your mom, but the other women are not consistent.
I'm sorry?
You say most women, but all of a sudden you and your mom are consistent.
Hey man, women, it seems like certain women is interrupting women from talking.
Quiet, Jeremy. This is the ladies' first show, Jeremy. Be quiet, bro.
Wait a second. Isn't this ladies first?
Go ahead, Gabby, and make your statement, and I want DJ La Bonita to answer that.
I mean, I'm just keeping game. She say most women are inconsistent, but now she's consistent. Her mother is consistent. We all know. I mean, if you know his culture, machismo is very big there. So they most definitely that's a cultural thing as well. But I'm just trying to still figure out what makes them consistent. More consistent, and how did you get the most? But you and your mom are cut out the most. Y'all ain't part of that.
It has to be. Never mind. Go ahead.
Where is the delusion in that? Like, all of a sudden, most women don't involve you and your mother.
Well, the fruit doesn't fall far from the tree, and I grew up with consistency in my family. My parents are still married. And so I had that example that most people don't have. I mean, divorce rates are really high. I was very blessed to have two parents who took the commitment of marriage serious, and they're still together. And again, women who listen to the direction of men tend to be more consistent because the man is guiding them.
It's so hypocritical for your culture to people to say that.
And I applaud your hypocritical. Because who walks up in the
Do you know what the word hypocritical means?
Yes, because you're sitting here and acting like your one little itty bitty story that's probably not even true is the overall view of, I'm gonna just be honest, you're speaking of your culture. And I know damn well your culture of men are disrespectful and abusive.
What's my culture? What's my culture?
Well, what you look like. You look like you're part of the Hispanic culture. That's what you look like.
Probably the most damning piece of evidence to prove that Tareney doesn't even have a target she's trying to hit when she has these conversations. She's just trying to hurt the person who's across from her. She's full of venom and bitterness. She just tried to shame a woman's ethnicity, and she doesn't even know what her ethnicity is.
You are really dumb, for real.
You set yourself up for this kind of embarrassment by not thinking through what comes out of your mouth. And I'll tell you who's to blame for this. Everybody who told black women that they were right just because they're black women. Everybody who told black women that they have a voice just because they're black and what they have to say is important just because they're a black woman. All this perfection immunity you guys try to lace in the conversation. If you don't love your mom, if he doesn't love his mama, then he can't love you right. Even though we know all black mothers are not perfect. There isn't an ethnicity out there that has all perfect mothers.
What's terrible about that?
Now,
you
kind of
dated
an assumption.
a Hispanic man.
Tareney was married with a Guatemalan, so she's not talking shit about y'all. She's just making an assessment. And I know like Torres is Latino too. DJ La Bonita for the name, I don't know exactly, but I'll leave it alone. I just want DJ La Bonita to tell us what she thinks about what she's hearing right now, and then we go from there. We love our Latinos for Trump. Let's go. Go ahead.
I just don't. I don't play the color card in the space of women. I think that I love women and I love men, but I just feel like exactly what Tareney said. I resonate with what you said, Tareney. Am I saying it right, Tareney?
Tareney.
Okay. So my mother was not consistent to my father. They were together, yes, just like they stayed together. But I watched her be a delusional woman all my life to my father. And so in the space of that, I get where you were going. The niche was towards me, but not totally towards me, because I wasn't here to give enough of my thoughts and my mindset to you guys. But I came in at the tail end. I don't know what she was discussing. Athena was discussing earlier. So, but what I'm saying is, in the space of your first mother being the first thing, you align with women. That was me. But see, me, even that was my mother. I had to still deal with that relationship with my mother. But in other women, I've tried to go in business with women. I tried to be friends to women. I'm talking about just knowing women all over the world at different walks of life, different spiritualities, different things, different kind of women, powerful women, broke women, pretty women, ugly women, all women delusional to me. And it's not saying that they're batshit crazy, right? But they never listen to understand. Half of y'all are listening to me to respond right now. Y'all don't give a damn. Y'all listen to keywords to respond at a defense immediately. And that's my issue with women. Men actually have 2 ears and they listen to us, which is why they know we're delusional. Yeah. And a lot of times, like, I remember my dad was telling my brother, man, listen to 70% of what a woman say. And I think he was being generous to give him hope in life to be with a woman.
Damn.
Because in reality, most men, if they listen to a woman, I'm going to leave it there to the men to say. But all I'm saying is, shout out to the women. Women, just continue to get help on yourselves. I'm not downing any women. I don't think I'm better than any woman. When you said earlier, you guys, you're talking about you. Yeah, I know I'm talking about me. I'm a part of that pool too. When I say us women are delusional, we are. And I'm not saying that all of y'all have mental issues, but you guys are shaped, just like you said, Tareney, by your past. So that can be your mother. It can be your first husband. It can be your situation. It could be your job. It could be your spirituality. It could be anything. But women get shaped to the negative cognizance of where we are today and seen as women as a whole. I don't even think and that's why I was like, whoa, not the Latin card. Because it's like, it's all of us. Right. White women are delusional. Like, I'm from all backgrounds.
Right.
And remember, I was just saying in our last video that you have drawbacks with all women. Because Tareney was trying to say, oh, what, there aren't problems with other groups of women? And I said, yeah, we know that there are drawbacks with other women, but except you get something for the drawbacks with the other women. The other women, you might have to deal with whatever problems that come along with the woman, but at least she's, for the most part, cooperating with you and just always on the job of being your woman in a positive way. Where that's not the same for Black women, where you deal with their hangups. You're not really getting all the extra traditional and trappings you were supposed to get. And you got a chick with a bad attitude and a bonnet on. So let's get back into it.
Cuban, crazy as bat hell. Then my mama married a Black man from Dallas, Texas. All the women in his family crazy. Everybody crazy. So it ain't a color thing, it's a mindset thing. And the ones that are different are the ones that actually listen to men that I watched have fathers that they actually listen to.
Let's go.
Their mothers wasn't rude to, because you might have a daddy, but your mama might have ran your daddy. So you that delusional woman in the world today.
Come on.
So all I'm saying is that we're all different. I don't think that it's necessarily a childhood thing. Every woman goes through a different path, and we are delusional because we're up and down and left and right, and men can never. Someone asked me this the other day, and I digress. Someone said, Marie, what can a man asked me this? He said, what can a man do to please a woman? I said, get rich or die trying, because you'll never please a woman.
I like that women now are in a position where they can get other women together. This is great for these conversations, because you women think that everything is everything. These emotional positions y'all are taking on these conversations, they're not going to hold up over time. Shouts out to the sister for bringing logic. Shouts out to Fatty for cooking her as well. And it was a great discussion. The woman who was in support of men who they were calling a pick-me also did a phenomenal job of just keeping her cool, not going personal when Tareney went personal, because Tareney has to go personal because she doesn't have intellectual arguments to bring forward to these conversations. Hit the subscribe button, also the notification bell, so you can be notified every single time we post content just like this. I'll see you guys on the next one.